This customer came back. This bike is a 23 Indian Pursuit, dual amp, 8 speaker. Why is it back? Why this bike is back, because this is what happens with our customers. This is what I warn people of. It's never enough. So this bike is in, it's got 8 speakers, 6.5s in the fairing, the lowers, 5 1/4s in the tour pack, 8-inch lids, but he wants more. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna give him more bass. So we are adding a 3rd amplifier, a 2nd lithium, CMB10s and sealing and porting these bags. Let's show you the bike now. You've seen the video on this bike already, so again, tried and true. We have 2 800.4s, PSM Pro up top. To power this entire 8 speaker setup is 1 amplifier, powers Cicada audio CH 6.5s up here, CH 6.5s down here, and those Davidson audio 6.5-inch lowers that look oh so good. Davidson audio 8-inch lids. These are the Hertz 200L ferrite magnets right there. Okay, he's got water in the bag, but we'll take care of that. Nothing in the bag yet. CXX is in the tour pack, OEM wiring, and what we're going to be doing is 2nd lithium down here, 3000.1 right here, Doobie's custom bass knob up on the handlebar, so we'll relocate that on over, and like again, 2nd lithium here. So this is a perfect way to add more bass to a system. It's going to sound amazing. It's going to have a whole lot of bass, so y'all stay tuned. We're going to get this inside. I'll show you some video of the bags getting done, the process along it, and then we will get this bike wrapped up and let you know how it sounds. Wanted to take a quick second to show you all up underneath here. So this is our typical dual amp setup. We got everything up here, our DSP, or distribution block in here, but you'll see we've got 2 inputs, power and ground, and then 2 outputs here. The 2 outputs go to the 1 amplifier that's bridged for the 8-inch lids. The 2nd one is here, that's powering the fairing lowers and the tour pack. So this is all tidied up, ready for the fairing to go back on. But before we go ahead and put the tank and the seat back on, I've modified it and everything. We do have to change out this clutch perch so we can put our bass knob on there. That's why this is just sitting right here. But we've got our dual amp power and ground. The 2nd power and ground's coming down here, following our harness nice and neat with the remote wire all the way down up. So the seat will go over this. Speaker wire coming back out to each bag here. That's all cleaned up. And like I said, our typical power and ground, other 4 gauges running down there to the battery. Everything zip tied up nice and neat over here. Lower fairing wiring and everything. And then the tour pack, we just got the charger on this one, but we've got our secondary battery power coming out to go to this amp and to interconnect the 2. Everything is in there looking good. So this is ready to go. We're gonna get the tank and the seat on, and we got the bags over there that we're finishing up, and this bike will be wrapped up and done. Before we go getting this bag installed, I wanted to show it to you. Because a lot of people are asking, well, what are you guys doing? We want to see everything. So we've got our OEM wiring and our aftermarket wiring. So this connector is for the OEM wiring, power locks. This is for our 8-inch speaker, which is right there. Customer, we'd already installed our Davidson audio lids with the Hertz 200Ls. And then here is our 10-gauge speaker wire going into the bag. Comes in right here. We opt to put some interior tessa tape right here to help with vibration. Tin the wires is for the terminals. And then here is where all the magic happens. So we start by doing 3 layers of 1.5 ounces of fiberglass mat from the bottom all the way down here, all the way up to the top of the bag. 3 layers, we let that cure, we clean it up. Then we install our Nagy topper here, which has been panel bonded in. Once panel bond cures, we take it off. And then here's something else that we did. We take the same thickness, 1.5 ounces of fiberglass. We do tape. We put the tape all along this seam from here all the way back. We wet it and we fold it so half of it goes up, half of it goes over the topper. We get that soaking. Then we take another piece, which is about 4 inches or so, and we go over this down the bag, bomb that all the way over, and then the extra resin we coat this with. And once all that cures, we get our Cabasil, which is resin hardener, and the Cabasil powder. We mix it up, smear it along the topper from front to back, and we take some of the extra and smear it up over this. And then finally we get our braces right here, there, and over here to make the bag even more rigid. And to finalize it all up, we have our Davidson Audio custom 3D printed port here. We have a flare on this side, 3 inches. It comes all the way back down to here. 3D printed flange. It's a 2-piece. As you can see, this is a 3-inch port. Nice flare on this side, all the way inside of there. We got a total average between the inside and outside of 11 inches from there to here. We load up this against the bag here. This flare helps with the chafing, so that way you don't get that. It's that weird port noise from the system. So these ports perform really well. We've got them on our Chieftain now, so we'll do a video on those later once they're available on the website. But we're gonna go ahead and get this bag all loaded up and installed, just like this one's already done. Get them on the bike and get it playing today. This bike is all... All right, we're gonna leave that in there. This bike is all wrapped up. It's super, super bright. That's why I'm squinting. I'm not smart enough to have sunglasses here. I guess it's just reflection off the building, but we're gonna keep it real here. 2023 Indian Pursuit, as I've already shown you, this bike came back to us. We already did our Davidson Audio dual amp, 8-speaker build on this. Up in the fairing, the two 804s, ARC Audio PSM Pro, Cicada Audio CH65 in the fairing and the lowers with our Davidson Audio 6.5-inch lowers. And the lids were our Davidson Audio 8-inch lids with the Hertz 200Ls. And in the tour pack were the Cicada Audio CXX 5.25s. We showed you all of that. We have a video on this before as well. Customer loved it. But as this always happens, a customer wanted just a little bit more. So what did we end up doing? The bike came back. We took his bags apart, installed the Nagy 10-inch ring. We fiberglassed the outer wall, 3 layers of glass. I showed you that as well already. Nagy topper, we did extra fiberglass, Cabasil, bracing, and we did our own custom Davidson Audio 3-inch ports, double flare on it. Sounds absolutely amazing, makes the bass that much deeper. The bags do not flex anymore. And to power that is the Soundigital 3000.1 in the tour pack with a second lithium from Limitless in the tour pack with a custom 3D printed bracket from yours truly right here. So let's show you the bike, let's listen to it, and then the customer's on his way to pick it up today. Oh, so beautiful, this Indian Pursuit. But let's start at the fairing. Like I said, I know I've showed you all a lot of this, but pretty much all the equipment is up here. We utilize all of our Davidson Audio wiring. We have our dual amp distribution up here in our fairing tray, 804 ARC Audio PSM Pro right here. And that's powering everything. Again, Cicada Audio CH 6.5s, CH 6.5s, and those sexy Davidson Audio 6.5-inch lowers. OEM lids with our Davidson Audio lids on here, Hertz 200Ls, and then this is where all the magic's happening right there. Solid Nagy topper in there, 1 piece of carpet, nice and flush. And then one person was asking, well, what about this spot? Well, we carpet over it, but this right here has nothing to do with this enclosure. So this doesn't flutter anything because the bass is coming out of here and then out of our port. So I'm not worried about this pressurizing because it's open to the environment. Again, 200Ls in our lids, and bang, double click, baby. And then, like I said, you can see our port right there. Then here, tour pack, customer's got a few things in here. Custom 3D printed bracket, utilizing 3 OEM bolts for the backrest. Hold that 3001 right there. Then we've got our 3D printed bracket here with the Limitless battery tucked away in there. This is going up to our amplifier, also going to the battery in the front. We got distribution back here as well. 1/0 going to a distribution on out. So this is all properly done up. CXX is in the tour pack using OEM wiring. Let's get that closed up, but yeah. All right, y'all, I almost messed up. I cannot forget my man, Keith Doobie, right there with the Doobie's custom bass knob, handlebar mount, and it's got the power and clip indicator. That gives you the ultimate control of your system, and then we just bring it up and zip tie it along our clutch line. We have plenty of slack down there so you can move the bars. It doesn't bind up. That is absolutely essential, and for us, that is a requirement. Anytime we do a 1601 and larger, we always do that. So let's listen to this bike.
Hey. Worshiping God in the 808, now they gon' call me the Bible thumper. Giving them praise on the day that they keep it authentic, I'm done with the covers. Yeah, I with it talking to God and he telling me underlay. Go get your brothers, we ready, no other way. Call the kid diamond, he hopped out the kitchen, been cooking with butter. They thought that I started, I did it. Call me the Christian Cardona, my business. He changed my heart and my soul and my vision. They wonder why I be so passionate with it. Came out the dirt, I'm a new man. Down in my sin, now we fight like a toucan. Changing my life in the 20, it's 2 cents. I got new lanes, buddy, no new friends on me. We good, okay. Defeat the sin so we can have victory. There is no way he can lose. There is nothing he can do. Sitting high on the throne, but we know he's the undefeated champion. The king is here, undefeated champion. Make room, the king is here. Undefeated champion.
Sounds absolutely amazing. Not only is it loud, but the amount of bass and the full sound on this, absolutely amazing. This is where we always talk about our 50-50 ratio. But let's go see what the customer thinks of his build.
Off the rails on this crazy break.
Some of the best work I've seen ever. I take it to the Indian shop and like it looked like Indian did it. So great work, man. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate that. So he came all the way down from Georgia, and as you've already seen his bike, we did drop a video a long time ago about it. We already did his 800, the dual 804 is 8-inch lids. So what pushed you to want to get more out of it? Was it just what we talked about before, where you get so far and you just want a little bit more?
Yeah, you said I was gonna do that too, right? He said I was gonna do that, but when I heard it, and then I came back here for Panama City, and I listened to your bike again, I'm like, man, I gotta go bigger.
And that's what's cool about our systems is he already had most of the stuff there, so it's just adding a little bit more to it. We didn't have to go in and reinvent the wheel, redo a bunch of components. So we set our bikes up to make sure that if this is an option later, we can add to it and build off of it. So he's ready to rock and roll. He's going to get back on his truck and get on back home so he can go show his boys what's up. So we always appreciate it, man. As always.
Appreciate your work.
Thank you. Hey, appreciate it. So I'm Brandon with Davidson Audio, located here in beautiful Panama City, Florida. So if you're looking for the best aftermarket audio system for not only your Indians, but your Harleys, motorcycles, cars, trucks, period, make sure you come check us out in beautiful Panama City, Florida. We'd love to help you. God bless all of you. Have a great day.